As the government tries to push more reforms despite strong opposition from the BJP and other parties, former Union Minister in the NDA government Arun Shourie has created a flutter. He supported the hike in diesel prices and, unlike the BJP, is not alarmed by the introduction of FDI in multi-brand retail. The BJP has been quick to say that these are Mr. Shourie's own views, not the party's.
पहले सब रोते हैं कि वो कुछ कर नहीं रहे, जब वो कुछ करते हैं तो हम कहते हैं अब क्यों कर रहे हो। मैंने केवल उनके एक कदम को उसकी प्रशंसा की है, वो है डीजल प्राइस की हाइक करना। मैंने एफडीआई की तारीफ नहीं की, ये पता नहीं कहां से एक पीटीआई की रिपोर्ट आ गई है। एफडीआई की रिटेल में ना फायदा होगा ना ज्यादा नुकसान होगा।
अरुण शौरी जी ने ये कहा कि एफडीआई से न देश में कोई फायदा होने वाला है न कुछ, क्योंकि बहुत कम नुकसान होगा छोटियों में। उनका अभिमत हो सकता है, पार्टी का नहीं है।
I hope that Arun Shourie is being listened to by the BJP. I think he is giving good advice to the BJP and the BJP should listen to it.
It is for BJP to explain whether they really represent BJP.
Well, the man who's making the headlines today, Mr. Arun Shourie, is in the studio with us, smiling as you were listening to all the reactions to your comments. You've been very outspoken, as you always are, saying what you feel, saying that increasing diesel prices was the need of the hour. So would you then agree with the Prime Minister's assessment that it's time for hard decisions to take the country forward?
Absolutely, no doubt on that. Our growth rate, it's very well put in one report. It used to be 10 years ago, 9 to 10 and 4 to 5. 9 to 10% growth and 4 to 5% inflation. Now it has got reversed, 4 to 5% growth and 9 to 10% inflation. Secondly, our foreign exchange reserves, which 2.5 years ago were 10 months imports, are down to 6.5 months imports. Our gross domestic saving rate has gone down from 36% down again to about 30% or so. And we were very happy that we are now at China's level in gross domestic savings. In gross domestic investment, the fall is even sharper, and the sharpest fall is in the most productive sectors, that is in private corporate investment. It's gone down from 14% of GDP to 9% of GDP. Industrial production growth from 12% to 2%. Foreign exchange reserves down. Investor sentiment completely in the doldrums because of the return of arbitrariness and other things in government policy.
So the government didn't have a choice, basically.
Yes, I certainly think so, and I hope that this is just the first of many steps that they would take. Of the 3 steps that were announced before this electricity board thing, I support one of them, the others I think are inconsequential.
That's a very interesting stand you've taken on multi-brand retail, on FDI and multi-brand retail, because you're not alarmed by it as the political opposition is to it. You're indifferent to it. Why do you think then that there's been such fierce opposition by the BJP, for instance?
I don't know. You will please ask Dr. Murli Manoj Joshi and all. They must have a lot of facts. But I agree with what the NDTV excellent person Srinivasan Jain has written in his columns in this regard. It is a thundering non-issue, he says. Because firstly, you look at the record of the big companies that have come into retail. ITC is in retail, Bharati is in retail, Reliance is in retail, Aditya Birla Group is in retail, Futures Group is in retail. All of them in their retail operations are in trouble. Have they been able to oust our little kirana shops? On the contrary. Similarly, they have not set up those great cold chains which were promised. So neither of these things is going to happen with some Wal-Mart or some 2-3 other companies coming in. They'll set up 2-3 stores. They will have difficulties in India. So that's not the issue. I am for foreign direct investment, not in these sectors so much. I'm quite indifferent, as you rightly said. I am for foreign direct investment in high technology sectors. Drone has to be made. And let's say an Israeli company says, yes, we are prepared to partner with Razdan and company in India, and we will have that. Yes, that's the collaboration we should jump at.
But do you feel then, as the Prime Minister said, that there's a lot of scaremongering going on about multi-brand retail? That, like you said, you're indifferent to it. Is it scaremongering? Is the pitch being raised too high?
I certainly think so. It's a non-issue. It's being raised high, and unfortunately, there is a tendency in India to frighten ourselves. I'll give you an instance. Mr. Pranab Mukherjee is now president, but once he was the commerce minister. He signed the GATT agreement, in the General Agreement on Trade and Tariffs in Marrakesh. And they were shouting that he has signed away India's sovereignty. When we were to enter WTO, everybody, I remember hearing speeches myself, कि कल से अगर कोई एक किसान नीम के पेड़ से दातुन भी तोड़ेगा तो he will have to pay royalty to the multinational.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.